Welcome back. We are, well, I am going to do a solo drive for your amusement and entertainment. Hopefully not too much amusement, because that means I will have messed up something. So, we've got Solar Kraken back in the chat moderating for me. He's going to relay any comments that you wish to leave in the chat down below. Let me make sure I can still hear him. Be back on voice in a few. Okay, cool. I know he had to step away for a moment. He must be back or he's on his phone. So I'm going to get started. Let me just set the tone, or maybe I'll wait for a couple more people to pop in. And there they are. A couple more and then some. 10 people. All right. Welcome to the live stream. We are in Seattle. I am actually driving. I just paused the game. Hi, Raj. Hi, JJ, man. I have paused the game while I'm driving up to Everett, to the Boeing facility. I'm going up there to pick up an engine. I actually am driving I'm hooked to my flatbed or step deck trailer. Hi, Jamal. And going to pick up an aircraft engine, and then I'm going to take it somewhere far away. I forget where, possibly Phoenix, but Arizona. It's going to be a nice long drive across the country. Leslie is back in the house again. What is this, the third live stream today, Leslie? That is freaking awesome. Hey, Nick. Welcome. Started early? No, I don't think so. I started on time. 6 p.m. Pacific. And Triple XN is also a different Nick, Nicholas, who's a truck driver in Norway, and actually was in the last two convoy live streams with us. So, Nicholas, just FYI, Solar Kraken is going to be running primary chat moderation, but he is actually away from the computer at the moment. He will be back in a couple of minutes. So, so feel free to jump in right after I get started if he's not there. And by jump in, I mean Nicholas is also a moderator here in my chat. William, so you're the mysterious person in the last one. Okay, really enjoyed the convoy and the conversation. Well, so did I. Yeah, started on time because we didn't have to wait for the rest of the crew. Well, sometimes I'm the rest of the crew that holds things up. Okay, Jamal, go ahead with your question, and then I want to get started because I got a long way to go today. Hey, Martin, welcome back. Looks like he's got to type out his question. And let me just ask a quick question. Can you hear me okay? And can you hear the game okay? Just popped out of the game for a moment. Let me know if you can hear okay. Oh, awesome. Do y'all use the Mac drop deck trailer? No. I'll show you my trailer in a moment. Coming over loud and clear. Thanks, Leslie. I'm using, I forget which step deck trailer is available in the game. So, but I'll show you that because I can't remember. So I'll show you that in a moment. All right, I'm going to get going. Nicholas, I know you're not in the voice chat with me. Lancy, Paul Lansford, Lancy, as we know him in the Discord. Yes, everything is fine in Australia. That's good to know. Hey, let me just Nicholas, if you can hop into one of the voice chats in the Discord, I will drag you down here to the dungeon. Shamal says, I am playing American Truck Simulator right now. That's awesome. So, Nicholas, if you are in the Discord, hop into any chat. There you are. I'm dragging you down to the dungeon. Okay, there you are. Oh, I gotta release. I have to release you. You have no speaking rights in here. You have no power in here. Can you hear me? Can I hear you now?
Yeah.
Awesome. Maybe. Yeah, I can hear you. Okay.
Good.
All right, and Solar will be back here momentarily. He just had to take care of something. Matthew from Essexville, Michigan, again. Awesome. Loud and clear. All right, let's get in this game. Still haven't got used to the game yet. There's a lot of that going around. Trucker King is in the house. Outstanding. Okay, I got to get in the game. Got to get going. I got to go get this load while I still can. And we're not too far away. Bear with me while I regain my situational awareness. And I just got popped out of the game. Well, that wasn't cool. Any damage? Yeah, a little bit. Okay, little hiccups. I'll show you that trailer in just a moment. As soon as I get to a traffic light. You might be able to see it in the mirror there. It's the Load King. That's what it is, Load King. We have discovered a new viewpoint. You think we should hit that viewpoint?
Keep right.
I think we should. Where is it? I think it's over here. Oh, there it is. Right up here on the right. Anybody who doesn't have the icons mod would see this as a big green floating question mark. Let's check this out. Aircraft factory. This is an extremely huge facility. I believe one of my uncles used to work here. Back in the 70s, I think. Two of my uncles worked in the aerospace industry. I have never toured this, but I sure would like to. Someone, probably Discovery Channel or History Channel, did an incredible documentary on this place. Well, that's it. Okay, let's do our own little thing here. Just a quick peek. Look at these rail cars. You know what I have seen is rail cars, big flatbed rail cars with aircraft bodies on them traveling across the country to or from here. Probably to here. Because, you know, they work on aircraft bodies at different plants in different parts of the country. Seems to me that there's one in Kansas and possibly Missouri. I'm not sure. If you know, leave a comment down in the chat. Nicholas, are we getting any comments down there yet? Are you still with me?
Yeah.
Any comments to pass along yet?
Yeah, you have a few comments.
Okay, I can't see them now. So if you could just pass along anything that's relevant
Yeah. Okay.
until Solar gets back.
Thomas asks, do you have any paid trucks?
No. I do not have any paid trucks. No, at all. Or paid mods. Although I think someone's going to talk me into one.
Turn right.
Okay. Hey, there you are.
Yeah.
I drugged
Boeing
Nicholas.
plant.
What's that?
You're in the big Boeing plant in Seattle, right?
I am.
I think my aunt was there back in the day.
Oh yeah. I drugged Nicholas in here to give me a hand while you were out.
Yeah, I was on my tablet kind of watching a little bit.
I figured that. Okay, we are going, looks like straight ahead. Yep. Straight ahead.
Yeah, my aunt's been in the aerospace industry pretty much all her life.
That seems like it'd be a cool job.
You know, she got in way back, I guess, in the 70s, I think.
Yeah, that's my uncle did in this, either in the early 70s or the or sometime in the 60s anyway.
She got in and learned from a guy that she started with, and she worked her way out just from, you know, never went to college or any kind of official training. She just learned on the job the whole time, and she's been doing it ever since.
Yeah, there's a lot of jobs that you could do, you know, learn on the job like that, I would imagine. You know, assembly stuff.
Yeah.
You can follow direction.
I believe she's something to the effect like quality control manager now, where she goes around different country and checks the quality of all the different aircraft parts.
Okay.
I think that's what she does. I can't remember. I haven't talked to her in a while. She worked for Boeing, worked for Lockheed Martin. And I think she works for a division of Sikorsky helicopter now. For her own Sikorsky. Sorry, I had to shoot it. You're okay. Hey, Nick, if you want to pop in with somebody asking a question, go right ahead.
All right, here's our load. Oh, there's 2 engines. Let me pop out.
Oh, you're good, man. You stay if you want.
So there it is. Okay. So, where are we going? Let's look at the big map. So, we are going to go across Washington into Oregon, across Idaho into Utah, south into Arizona, back into Utah, back into Arizona, to Phoenix. That's our trek. It is 1,580 miles. Should take us 28, or it's calculated to take 28 hours. So let us see. Oops. Up top here, we've got 75 hours to do it. We got plenty of time. It doesn't have to be there until Thursday midday. Currently, it is Tuesday midday. So let's do it.
Let's get this job done.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to turn him down. I've had enough of him. Just his voice. I don't want it to be too loud and overpowering. I like having it, but you know what? I know this route pretty much by heart. The only time I'm going to, well, even this, I might need to be reminded to get off the freeway here north of St. George. That's about it. Okay, here we go. And how heavy is this load? I forgot to see. 11,904 pounds. Nothing.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of weight in aircraft maintenance. They're made to be light.
Oh. That's the inbound.
Keep left, and then turn left.
This is where we would stop and check out with security. They check our paperwork. They check the item that's loaded and make sure we're taking the right thing to the right place.
Turn left.
Hey, did you not watch the last live stream, JJ? Because we were kind of ads or
Keep left.
how he got into
and
trucking.
then turn
That
left.
one.
Turn left.
You know what? I have not seen any traffic.
You just jinxed yourself.
Oh. Hopefully I didn't jinx myself. Oh, there's a truck. And a car. What was the question that someone asked?
About how you got into trucking, but he was watching the last one.
Oh, okay, yeah. I did go into depth in that.
Like,
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
You know, one of my videos shows a drive just like this, where I'm driving out of Everett, and then, or well, up north, I was coming south into Seattle, right along this route. Actually, I think we're going to turn here.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
I think my littlest sister was born in that hospital up ahead. Up on the top of that hill, that's the VA hospital, or at least it was.
Leslie, I don't know if you answered that before or not, but Leslie wants to know what made you stop doing
What made me stop what?
over the road.
Oh. One moment.
Keep left, and then continue straight.
Keep left?
Go straight.
Oh. Yeah, we're going underneath this mountain, then we're going to get on the Evergreen Point floating bridge. I'll get back to that, answer that question for you, Leslie, and just give me a minute. This is some very nice scenic stuff. These bridges actually float on the lake.
Going too fast.
They're like pontoon bridges. The pontoons are concrete underneath the roadbed. They're actually hollow concrete pontoons. The lake is very, very deep.
Keep left.
So I decided to come off the road for a couple of reasons. I was getting a little worn out. I'm no spring chicken anymore. I guess I can go a little faster. And there was other things that I wanted to do. A friend of mine had said that they wanted me to do some work with them. I wasn't too keen on it, and it never panned out. So I didn't do that. I mean, not the way that we had talked. But I was ready to come off the road. I didn't. One of the main things about a year or two, probably 2 years before, I had said to myself I didn't want to still be on the road as a trucker when I was 60. At the time, I was probably 59. I'm sorry, 57. That thought kept running through my mind. Reason for that was I kept seeing some of these old-looking drivers that may not have been any older than me, but looked pretty rough. Like life had treated them pretty rough. And you know, I'm heavy, and I got heavier after I started driving truck. And my health was starting to suffer. So I decided eventually, for a number of different reasons, that I was going to get off the road and work at home. The working at home part didn't really pan out. Too bad I didn't know about this. But I'm still glad I came off the road, even though I miss it. I like the lifestyle. That's pretty much it. Okay, we just went over Snoqualmie Pass, although you can't really tell. Well, maybe you can. I don't know. We are now in eastern Washington. Snoqualmie Pass, when you go over that, you're basically over the Cascade Mountains. We've got a scale coming up. Let's see if we need to go in. We do not.
Ancient from YT says he was thinking about driving for Dollar General since they only do 3 states, Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, for my distribution center. They are 21 though. I'm assuming that he means that you have to be 21 to drive for them. He says he was thinking Hogan or Snyder. But isn't it 21 here in all the states?
It's a federal requirement. 21. You can be 18 and drive intrastate, which means within your own state. Well, that's up to the state. But as far as driving interstate, which means one state to another, you have to be 21. Although I think they've relaxed that somewhat because of the driver shortage. I don't recall. But a lot of... What's that?
He's 20 right now, so he doesn't have too long to go.
Right, you won't qualify for that. You could drive local if you got the training. And if they would bring you on. The problem is, you know, insurance. Until you've got some experience. And that's why bigger companies like Swift, you know, they take on a lot of younger people and start them out. They're self-insured up to at least $1 million, I think, or for the first $1 million. Right. Companies like Schneider, and this fluctuates as demand changes or driver availability changes. The last thing that I heard was that they don't train anymore, and they don't take you unless you've got 2 years of experience, and that was true for a lot of companies. So you have to check on that. Do they require you to be experienced, and how many years?
Yeah, as much crap as people get and everything for them, Swift might be one of the few options you have to really put in the door.
Yes, right. But that's why Swift has that reputation, because they get a lot of new people in, train them, cut them loose. And then because, I mean, new people make mistakes. I did when I was new. And I certainly wasn't young. I was 50. 50 and 51, I was still making mistakes. Not horrible mistakes, but mistakes.
Not the boneyard, not the bonehead truckers' mistakes.
No, no. So, the things that could have been classified, I mean, there was a couple of things I did that could have made it onto bonehead truckers. Certainly not a drive over the tracks and get stuck in time for a train to barrel through you. I never did anything like that.
Trip says CFI trains new drivers, he heard.
That may be true, I don't know. That's probably your best bet. Wait until you're 21 and then find a place like that that will do training. And learn as much as you can. And just understand that you're gonna make mistakes. The only question is, how big will those mistakes be? Try not to bend any metal.
Or hurt anybody.
Or especially don't hurt anybody. That stuff can stick with you. You know, if you're in any endeavor, if you hurt someone, not just because it could be major legal issues for you, but just, you know, in your head.
Is truck driving school better than going for a job that trains on the job?
Yes. I think so.
I think so.
Well, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I'm referring to places like Swift that do training on the job. They have their own truck driving schools. If you go to a truck driving school and that's all they are, that's their sole revenue, and they're gonna charge you up the yin yang. I mean, that's not a bad thing. That's how they make their money. And if they're lousy and they don't charge a lot, you're not going to get very good training. I really do think you're better off going to a place like Swift. Go to their school, learn all the stuff that they can teach you, and then get out on the road. You'll have to stay, you'll have a commitment for like a year or so. Every place is a little different. Fulfill your commitment, and then look for the next best job. Unless you like staying there. I mean, Swift is not a bad company. They haul freight all over the country. They just have a bad reputation because of how many new people they get in and how much damage they do. That doesn't make them a particularly bad company. I have my own issues with them because one of their drivers mucked up my truck and it was a pain in the neck. I had to jump through a bunch of hoops to it wasn't so much about getting it fixed, but getting compensated for my downtime. I had some issues with the guy that I dealt with. But that's almost my own fault, too, for doing it myself. And we got a bypass.
Yeah, there's several options, ways you can go. I mean, I don't know what state you live in or anything. You just have to look and see what your best option for you would be.
Yeah.
Whether you can afford to take a school or just go, you know, train with a company.
I don't want to poo-poo the standalone truck driver school idea. I don't know enough about them to have much of an opinion. But you need to get the training one way or the other.
Yeah. I know a lot of them here, like some of the bigger ones, like American Truck Driving School, stuff like that here, they have job placement assistants graduate.
Yeah. But again, it's a difference between getting on the hook for a lot of tuition versus going to a place like Swift and being on the hook for a time commitment.
And at least you paid for that then.
Right.
You know?
You don't have to, generally speaking, you don't have to pay for the school. unless you leave before the commitment is up, and then it's prorated. But if you stay there, you're getting paid, not necessarily while you're in training, but once you're out on the road driving for them, you're being paid. And you, unless there's some program I'm not familiar with, you won't be on the hook for any money out of pocket so long as you stay with them for the commitment. You sign a contract to that effect.
You're going to hit something.
It's like Turkey King said, he went through U.S. Express, did 3 weeks of school training. Went to school, I paid $3,200, was done in 3 weeks. Then went to U.S. Express after he got his CDL. Back in 2013 now.
Well, I got my CDL before I went to my first trucking job. I didn't go through a school. I went out with a friend, learned some things, then I took the test, passed the test after the second try, and then I had a CDL. But I didn't have any real documented experience. So I joined a company, Central Refrigerated, which, by the way, was later bought by Swift. Not that it matters, but that's the thing. So when I joined Central Refrigerated, I still had to go through their school because they wanted to train me, and I'm glad they did because I learned a lot. A lot of the things that you see me being able to do in a truck, like parallel park, maneuver through tight spaces, and a few other things, I learned in school. My friend didn't teach me those things. He didn't know them, as far as I know. He tried to teach me to drive. I mean, well, he did, but he tried to teach me to back, and because he knew how to do it, but he wasn't a good instructor. I mean, you got to be a good instructor. So, and nothing against him, just that that wasn't one of his fortes. But he could do it all day long. I don't know if he could ever parallel park. Maybe. Anyway, point is, get the training. If you can do it for free, but with a time commitment, that seems like a reasonable way to go. Okay, I've done that one to death. Next. And in case you didn't notice, we're in Oregon. And we can go a little faster in Oregon than we could in Washington.
Gita Warriors is back saying, hey there.
Hey, Gita Warrior, welcome back.
Adam's back again. He's back from basketball.
All right. I think we're coming up on Pendleton. And then... Or did we already pass Pendleton? Oh, yeah. This is Cabbage Hill.
Cabbage Hill.
See ya.
Yeah, we've been up and down that road a few times.
Yep.
In the game. Wow. Trip says in Norway you get the Class C license, truck license, almost for free when you turn 18. If you've got an apprenticeship in any truck company. Oh, you can turn it if you've got an apprenticeship in a truck company. Otherwise, you have to wait till you're 21 and pay a lot. So So if you can get an apprenticeship into a trucking company, you can almost get in for free driving.
That's cool.
That's a pretty cool system. Or you can get in when you turn 18.
Hey, there's a Schneider trailer. Speak of the devil. I guess I could get over, but I know that's the right lane is going to end soon. I guess not as soon as I thought.
It's not trailer pack redneck, it's just stock SES drop deck trailer. They added it a few months ago, wasn't it?
This trailer?
Yeah.
I bought it a few weeks ago.
I mean, didn't SES include it in the game a few months ago?
Oh yeah, it wasn't that long ago. At least not that I recall.
Yeah.
I thought I bought it after it came out. Yeah, I think it's a free add-on in the game.
Yeah, it's an in-game trailer, yeah. No DLC required.
Unlike the Prestige. Oh, wait a minute, the Prestige. Well, now I don't remember. Because I thought I did buy a trailer pack from SES or Steam.
I think the standard drop deck's included, and there's a Prestige pack.
The standard ones are, yes, that's right. This is a Load King.
That's right, the Load King.
So I did buy this trailer. I bought the trailer pack. It was cheap. Yeah, $3-4.
Oh, he's talking about the AI trailer pack. Oh, it's real companies' names, I believe.
Yes.
It's one of the mods.
Real companies and billboards, I think.
Yeah, sorry about that, Redneck.
You know, I just realized a little bit ago that my fatigue is turned off. I had turned it off before, and I forgot to turn it back on. But I'm not at risk of running out anyway. And I'll stop like I normally would. If not Ontario, then Nampa.
Agent says, I think I might do over the road, to be honest, if I do trucking. I just don't want to go into New York or Cali. Heard bad things about trucking there.
New York City, I would avoid like the plague. And that includes Staten Island, because you have to go through New York City to get to it. I refuse to go to Staten Island. Or no, not Staten Island. Long Island. Yeah. I just didn't want to deal with it. And I, you know, as an independent contractor who booked my own loads, I had a choice. And I chose not to go south of the Bronx. I had to go through the Bronx a few times. California, the issue there is the speed limit. Crappy roads in some places.
Traffic from
Traffic is a nightmare.
Trucker King. I'm from New York. Boomer is right. Just stay away from New York City. The rest of the state isn't bad.
Yeah. Oh, I guess my stuff is on. Why? Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. I just got my first yawn. My bad. Yeah, the rest of the state's not bad. It's real pretty upstate New York.
This is like California. You know, Southern California, yeah, but you get in the northern half of California.
It's gorgeous.
Get them, Gita Warriors. I shared this channel with 2 of my friends, and they started liking trucks. Nice.
I think we're gonna get off here because I've got less than 2 hours left on my clock.
Okay, let's find a new route. Go straight.
Baker Truck Corral. I do believe that's what it's called.
Cool song.
Never mind. I'll find a new route. Make a U-turn now.
No, I'm not gonna do it. You can't make me.
Rerouting.
Anyone agree the only flaw in this game is the size of the roads? I do believe they are a bit too narrow, not right scale. Anyone agree? The roads actually aren't bad in this game. Try
No,
ETS.
ETS, yeah.
If you want narrow roads, go to ETS.
But I don't know if that. I mean, I think that's realistic in ETS.
Yeah, I think actually our roads here are a tad wider than they are in Europe.
I think it's more than a tad, but it depends on where you are.
And then turn right.
We got some back roads here that are, you barely get a truck down.
Yeah.
Turn right.
You're lucky you can get your car down some of these back roads we got around here. You probably answer this, Boomer. How do you book loads as far as owner-operator?
One moment.
Oh, sorry. He's back now. Coop said roads in Norway are much narrower in real life than it is in game.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I botched where I'm parking. I'm just going to take the other spot. Okay, what was the question? Booking loads?
How do you book loads as far as an owner operator?
It depends. As an independent contractor with a big company like Schneider, I use their load board. They have tons of staff whose job it is to find freight, and they make the freight available. They put their own drivers on that freight sometimes, but they also make it available to independent contractors. And then you log on to, and they had an app, but I used my laptop. You log onto the load board and you look for freight that makes sense for where you're going to be when that freight is available, and sometimes for where you're trying to go. So there's a lot of factors that come into play for what freight you do take. Now, there are a bunch for regular independent operators not associated with any company. There is a plethora of options. There's load board apps. There's brokers that you can go through. There's a huge company. Trying to remember the name. Can't off the top of my head. But they're a brokerage, and they have loads all over the country, and you can get on, get an account with them, and you book loads. Then there's load boards published at truck stops. There's just a whole bunch of options. Even Uber has a load board. Uber Freight, I think is what it is. So there's no shortage of options. I'm going to advance the time. Right now it is 5:26 p.m. I am going to set the time to, I believe, 8 p.m. Yes, 8 p.m. is the time. What? Don't you beep your horn at me. I am going to bed. Night. Oh, what? Am I not in a parking spot? That's a parking spot. Hey, this one's mine. You get your own. I had to move forward to get it. Let's see if he's still waiting for us in the morning. Later. He's gone. He finally got a clue. Oh, is that him parked over there? That Cargill? I don't think it is. Idiot. All right, before we get going, I want to plan my next stop. I will need fuel. We've got enough for now. We probably have enough for the rest of the day. We can go about 800 miles. Almost. Allegedly. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan my next stop to go about 500 miles. So I'm going to look here at Ogden, Salt Lake City area. And by the way, this is what I would do when I was over the road. I would plan out where I'm going to stop next. So, how far is this? 368 miles. Not far enough. I literally would sit in the cab of my truck with my GPS and do this in the morning. Let's see how far this is. 534 miles, 9 hours of driving. We can do that. We were going to get off there anyway. Okay. Route planning. The next stop after that, let's see, we've got 1,100 miles total to go. So we'll probably go to Camp Verde or something, and then make delivery the following morning.
Come on, there's a job to do.
Come on, there's a job to do.
When possible, make a U-turn.
Oh, do I have any damage? I got 1%.
Computing.
Worry about it later.
Make a U-turn now.
Oh. That's what I get for not watching where I'm going. I was just watching the whatever that was, the flyby. I kept thinking, oh, it's gonna flip before I get to the street. The view, I mean. I thought the view would flip before I got to the street.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
At 1050. Hope you didn't do that in real life.
No.
Just pull out in the street like that. Oops. As in real life, he's paying more attention.
I'm not doing a flyby view in real life.
First they use a drone with VR goggles.
Yeah. That'd be cool, though. There we go.
Basically, we're gonna have self-driving trucks, or we driving the trucks from our living room.
A cubicle. I talked to some guys that did the programming for that, the self-driving trucks, and I was driving Uber at the time, so they were out here for a convention of some sort. Anyway, we got to talking, and I told them my concerns, which were, you know, trucks being able to navigate road hazards, crazy drivers, and a variety of other concerns that I had. And that's when they said that, you know, what they're working on initially is that a lot of these trucks, especially local, would be driven just like I'm driving this right now. They'd have all the sensors on the truck, all kinds of cameras, and it would be networked into a driver station at an office building. And an employee would be in a cubicle or wherever, you know, workstation, driving the truck or monitoring 3 or 4 trucks and only taking over a particular truck when necessary. So it's going to get phased in over time.
Could be interesting.
Yeah. Can you imagine spending hundreds of hours driving an ATS and then turning that into a lucrative job?
That would be kind of cool, though.
Yeah. You know, especially for some young person.
Yeah. Like, well, I got 2,000 hours in driving American Truck Simulator. Does that count for experience?
You're hired. But only if you also were a member of Boomer Gamers Discord server.
Yeah.
Because then we know you got trained right. Ontario, Oregon. One of my favorite places to stop.
And when I was growing up as a kid, I always told my parents I want to be a truck driver, but I never got into it. I don't know why. Tippy, let me write that down on my resume real fast.
All right, we're about to cross over the Snake River and into Idaho. Welcome to Idaho.
That's just so wrong, SLT. saying if you're a part of Boomer's Discord is a step in the right direction. If you learn from yesterday's stream, you get a step closer to Swift and Roll.
Oh, I can't argue though. Oh my goodness. Remember, some days are better than others.
That's for sure.
Ooh. Well, I can do 70 here. Although, generally speaking, I only ever did 68, but mostly 65. Well, we got light cargo, light traffic. I can change the setting on my cruise control right off my steering wheel. So I just dialed it up from 65 to 70.
Well, yeah, I can do that with my buttons I freed up on my steering wheel now with my shifter.
I use that rotary switch. But yeah, you could use the plus minus buttons.
You're exceeding the speed limit.
And now we've lost that. Now it's back down to 65. That's the problem with that.
Yeah, I have that rotary switch.
Yeah, you set it for you know, well, what I did was I reduced for the reducing your speed. I rotated it left, counterclockwise.
Yeah.
For the other direction, I rotate it clockwise, and it accepts both. I mean, it accepts them as separate entries.
Yeah, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Lastly, poor old Swift, they can never compete with the Boomer crew. Aren't you supposed to be in bed, Leslie?
Well, it is Saturday night.
Yeah, I guess not.
What is it, like 3 a.m.?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. If I didn't set my cruise, I'd be getting behind all the time because I definitely don't watch my speed. That's for sure. I don't.
Keep left.
Yeah.
Hey, 4 a.m. where Trip's at. Yeah, you've been awake a long time too. Trip, all day, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, he's actually, I think he's an hour earlier than Leslie. Or, I'm sorry, later. 1 hour
Yeah,
later.
it's 4 a.m. Yeah. He said he's a night owl. I saw someone on Swift got an award for 1 million mile safe driver award. That's the only person to get the award. The rest couldn't get out of the shipper. It's from XLT 588.
That's funny.
Yeah, they get a bunch of crap, but they probably do have a few good drivers in their ranks.
They do. I mean, they have thousands of drivers. Tens of thousands, I think. Well, thousands. And yeah, they have some good drivers that have been with them for years. Or so I've heard.
He's driving from Seattle to Phoenix, Adam.
Actually, Everett to Phoenix.
Everett.
Yeah. I've got a pair of aircraft engines on the back.
Yeah, I think those probably burn diesel fuel in a pinch. You can slap them on the side of the truck, light them up, and keep them there quicker.
Wouldn't that be something?
Couldn't say much about the fuel economy in that case, but you'd get there faster.
Yeah. Well, I'd have to mount them on the tractor because being on the trailer, they have more thrust than the truck engine does. So I'd wind up jackknifing.
Oh, yeah. Probably just snap kingpin right off.
Oh, yeah. More than likely.
Didn't I just see in the news recently that one of the more well-known jet truck drivers passed away?
Yeah, his truck blew up while he was doing an exhibition. He was killed.
Yeah, that sucked. I just saw it. I didn't read the article.
I saw a video.
Oh.
Yeah, he was doing an exhibition. He had taken off with, had his jet engine blowing flames out the back, and he just took off like a bat out of hell, and he got, I don't know how far, but it just suddenly blew up in front of the audience.
Holy crap.
Well, it blew up into a ball of flame.
That sucked. I don't know. JJ has to be held to some kind of world record. I'm not for sure.
I think so.
You got the one for the world's fastest jet-powered truck, I think.
I think so.
We'll have to Google that later.
That trailer in front of me, Landstar, that's a company that a lot of independent owner-operators partner with.
I see.
They have their own tractor, and they sign on with Landstar, and they book their own loads on the Landstar load board. And they could either use their own trailer, or they could use a Landstar trailer for a particular load, for loads. So if you got your own tractor and trailer, you can book loads just to haul freight in your trailer, or you bring your tractor and you pull their trailers or use their trailers. Your revenue is reduced because you're using their equipment, so you're basically, it's almost like a rental fee. That's not what they charge you, I don't believe. You just have a reduced rate. So, you know, I've heard good things about Landstar, but you need to be an owner-operator. Like, I thought about going and connecting with them
Then exit right.
at one point. And I talked to a few folks
Exit right.
that were associated with them, and they had good things to say.
That's what JJ said. I've heard Landstar is a good company to work for.
Yeah, well, you don't actually work for them. You right. You contract with them, and you pull freight from their load board using their trailer or your own.
So they're strictly just an independent contractor company.
That's my understanding.
Oh, you gotta stop.
Finding new route. Go straight.
Doesn't sound like too bad of a place to start once you get your own truck going.
Yeah, when you know, if you get your own truck and you want to connect with a place, and you're, you know, I don't want to say guaranteed, but kind of guaranteed access to loads, that's a good option. Schneider is a good option for that. I think Schneider's a very good company, but there were some things about them that I didn't like, even though I understood why they did it. They were... What's that?
Which probably goes for any company you work for. There's always going to be one or two little things that they do weird you're probably not comfortable with or agree with.
Right.
Every company has their own little way of doing some things.
Yeah, and most of it had to do with safety and insurance. They were super, super anal about making sure that your truck was, all of their equipment even, was always up to snuff. And that you always got your maintenance done on time. And some of it they even covered just because it was above and beyond.
Which is not necessarily a bad thing.
Right. I think it's actually a good thing. I just found it annoying sometimes. Which is probably why it was a good thing, because it made me do it. I mean, I believed in the philosophy. I just didn't like them breathing down my neck sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a big boy. I can sort this out. But it's easy, you know, when you don't have someone breathing down your neck like that, it's easy to procrastinate and not get your maintenance done. And then you start having issues. So reasons for them is, for being that way, is that when you're known as a company that's anal like that for your maintenance and making sure that your drivers are always safe, your insurance rates are lower. Another...
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Is driving a forklift part of the job of being a truck driver?
No. That's a whole different job. You have to work for the company that you're picking up or delivering at.
Yeah, I don't think it's pretty rare for drivers to load their trailers anymore, isn't it?
Yes. Getting back to Schneider. Dang, now I think I forgot what I was going to say. I was talking about insurance, maintenance.
The reason for their stuffy maintenance rules.
Yeah. I forgot. I'll remember later. But back to the forklift thing. Yeah, a lot of companies in the U.S., a lot of times drivers aren't even allowed on their dock. They're certainly not allowed to touch the equipment. in most cases. Meaning pallet jacks, forklifts, and in many cases, in some states, you need a forklift certification to even operate one. That's not true everywhere, but it is some places.
I think they have something similar to that here in Oklahoma, or some type of forklift operating license. Maybe just an 8-hour course to get it, but I don't think they require one.
Yeah, it's easy. I've been through it in Minnesota. I was certified because not as a driver, but when I worked at a particular facility, we had a warehouse, and several of the staff, myself included, I was the manager, but I needed to, certainly wanted to be certified to operate the equipment in case I needed help unload something or load something. But I've run forklift 30 years ago here in Nevada when there was no certification that I was aware of. It's not complicated, but there are some safety issues with respect to the weight shifting and things.
Yeah, forklifts can be a tricky little thing. You don't know what you're doing with them.
Right. Yeah, I remember I was a young guy. I was in my mid-20s, I think, and we were opening a casino, and I was unloading, or I was moving slot stands. Those are the wooden bases that the slot machines sit on. And we were bringing them in from outside, and I was being a little too careless, and my manager kind of jumped down my neck a little bit. Not bad, but he made it clear that I needed to slow down and watch my load shift, and I did. First thing that came to mind when I started talking about that was clothes. The way he was running around that parking lot earlier at the end of the last convoy.
Yeah. JJ asked, or says, one thing I never understood, if you are a company driver, a lot of times you are not allowed to even change a light on that truck. You're responsible if you get fined, but you can't do simple maintenance.
I had not heard that, but I'm not surprised. Because if you mess something up, then that can create a problem for the company, because the company is responsible for the equipment.
Keep left.
And anytime... Hold on. Maneuvering. When a truck is inspected
Keep left.
by DOT, should it fail that inspection, not only does the driver get penalized with points, so does the company. So therefore, companies with inexperienced drivers will probably not want to have their drivers messing with lights. Because, you could damage the light fixture. It's not complicated as far as I'm concerned, because, I'm mechanically inclined. A lot of people are not.
Yeah.
So, if you mess it up, and then you get inspected and you get dinged, and the company gets dinged, well, now, it can lead to higher insurance rates, and so on. I mean, there's a whole plethora of stuff of behind the scenes things that nobody is aware of, that can drive up costs for trucking companies. I always replace lights. In fact, with Schneider, it was encouraged. If you replace a light, if you have to go buy one at the truck stop, there was a process for reimbursement.
Well, it reminds me of that video you made that one day of your current company job where you had to go back and replace those little rubber grommets in the airline connectors.
Right.
Keep left.
Now, they covered the cost for that, but that's, replacing those is a basic driver maintenance thing for most people, that are experienced. And that company was fine with that. They're like, okay, yeah. In fact, here's the card, the credit card. Go up there and get a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Which I did. And I have a bunch of them in my bag behind me. And they're available to the other drivers. So it's a real simple thing to replace those. It's simple, basically, to replace lights. On my tractor, I did all of that. My truck was so smart, it knew before I did when a headlight went out.
It might still be easy, I guess, on a tractor because you just pop the hood open and get to the light bulb right there.
Yep.
You can't do that on a lot of these cars nowadays.
Yeah, it was easier to replace a headlamp in my tractor trailer than it was, or my tractor, than it is in my car. It really took 5 minutes or less to replace it in my truck.
My car, you almost have to take the entire front end off to do it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You just can't stick your hand down in there and grab the bulb from behind anymore.
But I could on my truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kenworth was real good about that. They made it real simple to replace some things. Other lights, forget it. You got to take it to the factory or to the dealership. I mean, like the side, the what they call the cheek light. It's a turn signal. Mounted on the side of, I forget where it was, but anyway, I couldn't replace it, which was insane. Tail lights are real simple.
Some of the guys in the Discord, Thomas, have some paid mods. I don't think Boomer has any right now.
I do not.
And Steve, we don't have any VTCs in the Discord at this moment.
Right. It is something that I'm looking at down the road. First thing I needed to do was to get the facelift done to the Discord. That's mostly done. We're still doing some other refinements to not just the Discord, but to processes, training with respect to convoying, getting people up to speed, improving their proficiency. That's kind of one of the next things we're working on. I still have some more Discord related things with respect to bots, setting up certain bots to do different things. So that's kind of an ongoing thing. It's a low priority right now. Right now I'm trying to get convoys and videos done, because I really slacked off on that for quite a while between my job and working on Discord related stuff.
And being sick for a little bit.
And being sick. I mean, I was sick pretty much most of January. And then I was sick again here recently, not as bad. I mean, January I had COVID. But, early this month I got, just, I don't know, an upper respiratory thing. It just slowed me down.
Yeah, Adam. Most trucks easy to do maintenance on. It depends on the make, model, and year.
Yes. And I've got
Just like a car. Older cars are easier to work on than the newer ones.
right. I've got a couple of videos in my from my trucking time of when I was changing lights in trailers. And I actually show how to do it. It's real easy.
Now these newer ones with LED lights, they're not as easy, I don't think, are they?
Well, it depends. If it's a direct replacement, wow, we're here already.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Yeah. Way more expensive though, that's for sure.
Yeah, some of them.
Exit right.
Now I am gonna get fuel.
To turn right.
It depends on whether or not the LED is a direct replacement for an incandescent.
Turn right.
So then it's a factor of, was the incandescent easy to replace? Then so is the LED. But if it's LED as part of original equipment, that was the one I was talking about earlier about the cheek light on the front of my truck. That was an LED. And that was just a design thing.
Please make a U-turn when possible. Rerouting. Turn right. Recomputing. When possible, make a U-turn.
I'm going to make an adjustment to my camera here. See if I can set up a little, show a little bit more of me. Only because that'll give you the ability to see more of my arm movement when I'm shifting. I think.
Another issue with maintenance, Adam, is the availability of parts.
Right now,
On the vehicle.
yeah, that's a real problem. It's been a real problem for the last 6 months to a year.
Route. Make a U-turn now.
Yeah, we still have 4 hours left on the clock, but I don't have a good place to stop between now and 4 hours from now. Can't tell you how many times I've stopped at this truck stop just to take a break during the day. I've never spent the night here though. In real life, I mean.
Hi, it's me again, just passing through.
Yeah.
You want to drive a truck in India?
I'm thinking I don't. It seems to me like there's a lot of areas there to be just like Southern California traffic. I mean, they've got, what, 3 to 4 times the population that we do here in the States.
Dang, really?
Yeah, they're second only to China.
Wow. Heard they got some pretty countryside though.
Yeah, I have no idea, but that sounds like it would be right. All right, let's see what that looks like. Not that big of a deal. I don't really want to block too much of the view of the truck and scenery. I mean, you know how Bucks has his, where he's actually sitting up kind of tall.
Yeah.
And there's, you know, nothing wrong with that, but then the more you do that, the more real estate of the screen that you block. All right, I'm going to advance, or not yet. I'm going to check the map and see. We've got less than 600 miles to make delivery. So if we go to Camp Verde.
Really?
What?
Trip said to pass your driver's test in India, you only need to drive 50 meters forward and turn left without hitting anything.
I think I'll stay in the States. Okay.
Turn left.
This next Camp Verde is 500 miles almost. And that will leave us about 100 miles to go the next morning. And so tomorrow morning, it will be Wednesday morning. And we have until Thursday midday. That would be where we cover that 100 miles. So we'll start early Thursday morning, drive on in, make delivery before noon. Okie dokie. Let's advance the time. 8 p.m. Should put us at 6. Oh no, it put us at 8. Now sleeping will put us at 6 a.m. Yes, it did.
Time to hit the road.
Time to hit the road. Want to check something?
That was Gita Warriors asking about driving in India. She says also, he or she says, well, most people pass driving tests just by bribing in India.
Yeah, that's scary. I believe that's a he. I went to his YouTube channel. 25.7. Exploring or discovering more and more of the map. Oops.
We have a lot of people here in the United States that just don't even bother getting a license. They just drive anyway.
Cars, yeah. Or drive even when their license is revoked.
Yeah.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Let's not.
Please make a U-turn when possible. Turn right.
I don't see a stop sign.
Go straight.
All right, Boomer, what do you prefer, pilots or loves?
Which do I prefer?
Yeah, pilots or loves truck stops.
Loves for some things, pilot for everything else. But actually, Petro is my preferred truck stop. So, loves are nice. They're well maintained. They're clean. I like to use their restroom facilities. They usually have a Chester's Fried Chicken franchise inside. I love me some chicken. But I had my best fuel discounts that I had through Schneider. That's another nice thing about Schneider. They had negotiated some good fuel discounts. And of all the places, Pilot Flying J, I had the best discounts.
Get ready to turn left.
So I almost never, oops.
Turn left.
I almost never bought fuel at a Love's, but I like going there. Pilot Flying J, like I said, had the best fuel discounts. And so I bought probably 90% of my fuel at a Pilot or Flying J. They went through, a few years ago, they went through a process of rerouting. Did I go the wrong way? Hang on. Oh, you wanted me to go through town. Oh, I would have liked to have done that. Oh well. Anyway, they went through a process of revamping all of their bathrooms and showers. Forgot what gear I was in.
Yeah, you and Lefty needed to go right.
Yeah, get to talking.
Like I said.
Petro and TA are the same company, but Petro are nicer. They have the most parking, the best showers, shower facilities, and they had decent restaurants. I mean, for truck stops.
Rich Meyer says, good evening, Boomer. Looks like you've been busy today.
Yes, I have. Putting out all kinds of live streams today.
Mr. asked, do you think SS would add Buc-ee's into Texas DLC?
I hope so.
Right.
But Buc-ee's is not a truck stop thing.
Yeah.
But that'd be cool.
But, you know, SS fashion, it won't be named Buc-ee's. It'll look like Buc-ee's, but it'll be named something else since they don't have permission to use the name.
Right. Most likely.
It'll be a modder changing it to Buc-ee's.
Yep.
Keep right, and then turn right.
But, oh God. The question is, which stop has the better quality of lizards?
Uh-huh.
Turn right.
Well, since I don't pay much attention to that, I wouldn't know. I avoid that stuff like the plague. A friend of mine
Get ready to turn right.
got himself shot over a lot lizard.
Oh, that sucks.
Damn near died
Turn right.
because he couldn't resist. But he was trying to, and he decided after he got her in the truck that he decided he didn't want to, you know, he was going to not do anything. Well, her pimp had a problem with that. So he came over and to my friend's truck, forced his way in at the point of a gun, proceeded to rob him, and when my friend tried to resist, he got shot. So,
Didn't know what we're talking about.
I mean, that's not a factor in why I steer clear. I steer clear because I don't want any part of that drama.
Yeah, not my cup of tea either. It's here to drive.
Whoopsie, I'm going a little fast. I'm not speeding. Speed limit's 80. I just don't really want to go this fast.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Oh, I forgot we're taking 89.
Exit right.
I'm ready.
I have never been this route, and I always wanted to. And I'm talking about real life.
Go straight.
Which city are you looking forward to most, Boomer, or the REM game?
Which city am I looking forward to?
Which state are you looking forward to the most?
State? I don't know. I love things about both of them. I love Montana. I love the scenery. Like someone asked the question earlier today, what city am I looking forward to the most? I don't have a city
Continue straight.
in mind. Oh, there's a viewpoint.
Yeah.
Because it's
Me,
not
all
Go
the
straight.
lower 48.
probably Montana or Texas. Because they're both awesome.
Recomputing.
I like Montana because of the size, the scenicness, the beauty. I like Texas for the same reasons, except it's bigger. So, I mean, I'm not a fan of driving through large metropolitan areas like Dallas-Fort Worth. Especially not Houston. Houston's horrid.
We went down there one year, and I don't remember Houston being as bad as Dallas at the time.
Get ready to turn.
Yeah?
right.
Did you do it during rush hour?
I don't remember what time
Turn
we got
right.
down there. Summer
Well-
vacation when.
Any city is bad during rush hour.
Yeah. I'm a king Earth. I'm waiting on Maine. That's gonna be a long time, Mudge. You might still be alive by the time they get Maine.
Haha. Hoover Rest Area. See, this is SCS versus the plainness of the, you know, the coast-to-coast mod. I still like the coast-to-coast mod, but not because of the scenery. When the time comes and Texas is available, and you can start in East Texas and drive all the way to LA, I'm going to love that. Or you go from Dallas-Fort Worth up to Denver. If you can go through the Oklahoma Panhandle.
And until you get to Oklahoma, you probably won't be able to.
They might. And they might not, but they might. Oh, it's a boat.
Oklahoma Panhandle is just 3 counties Texas didn't.
Didn't want.
I said the Oklahoma Panhandle is just 3 counties that Texas didn't want.
Because they had enough desolation. That's a really nice drive through that little strip between Amarillo and Colorado state line. But man, I wouldn't want to break down there. Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, there's only hints about how far they've come along getting Texas done, Adam. Ain't no telling when it's going to actually come out. But look,
Turn right.
everything's pointing to Montana coming out real soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mudge, I think in game that we have hit the viewpoint for Devil's Tower in Wyoming.
I think we did that. Maybe I did it, I think, during a convoy.
Keep right.
Oh.
Good job. Hey, at least you missed any of those little reflector poles right there. That's 5% damage each time you hit one of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you hit them at speed, yeah, 5% damage instantly.
Jeez. Well, I don't need any of that drama.
Reading screens and driving. Tisk tisk.
Yeah. Don't tell
But-
Bucks. I think I've been to this town.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Boomer just wanted to test his 4-wheel drive skills.
18-wheel driving skills.
Good example of anti-text and drive ads.
Yeah. Let me show you a map here. There is a route in the real world. I don't think this is it. I think it's north of Cedar City that actually comes across here over the mountains and comes out over here. I've taken that route at least once. I wished I had video of that. You know that route when we went up here to Rangley from the freeway up right here? Remember the switchbacks? That route over here is just like that. Footage is all of a sudden. Oh. And I'm not done scratching it either. Trying to put my shoe back on.
Keep right.
So, how much damage would I get if I hit all those? Man, I can't
By the
get.
time you get running all those, you probably need a service center. Especially for clothes to try.
Hey, clothes, show us what happens. See how many you can get. Yeah, I had been this way, going the other way. This is a beautiful drive. Another place I'd hate to break down. I had no cell phone service.
Yeah. I guess if you're doing real well as a truck driver, you could always carry a satellite phone with you.
I suppose. I never thought about that. I mean, frankly, most of the places I went to, cell phone coverage was fine. But there were a few places where I just didn't have it, and there's another viewpoint up here. I don't recall this. Oops. The Moqui Cave? Never heard of this. Ooh, my butt's getting sore.
I know. I think you said before why you don't have a Twitch account.
I just never did.
Why you're not streaming on Twitch?
Yeah, I mean, it was. I only started streaming on YouTube a few months ago. I didn't know I was going to be doing gaming. So I saw no point to doing Twitch. I wasn't even doing live streaming for trucking. I should have, but I didn't. And since this took off, I've been too busy. But that is another thing on my to-do list. I've actually got a to-do list, and that it is on it. Okay, well, that was interesting. Ah! Stop hitting the horn.
Mm-hmm. Ridgemeyers has to use cruise control at times. I was going to say, real truck drivers don't use cruise control.
Yeah, we do. I use it a lot. Now, I'm not using it on this road, but when I'm on the freeway, driving endless miles, yeah, I use cruise control.
There's a lot of routes, especially along some of these dates, it makes it kind of hard to use cruise control sometimes.
Right. Got a bypass.
But like if you're going north, south through California, Oregon, and Washington, and whatnot, and you get on I-5, you can just cruise down I-5 the whole way, pretty much.
Yeah, there are some exceptions to that, like driving through Portland.
Yeah. And
through the area around Mount Shasta, because it's hilly.
Yeah.
Well, heck, even south of Medford, Oregon, because it's hilly.
Like going east-west, you get on I-40 through the lower part of the states, jump on I-40, just cruise the whole way.
Oh yeah, I mean climbing up between Kingman and Flagstaff, it's mountain climbing, so you're not making a good time. You're not using a cruise control, because you're periodically having to shift gears. But once you get up around Flagstaff, yeah. From there all the way to Albuquerque you can run cruise control.
Trip I'm at. We had a car before with adaptive cruise control, and I hated that.
Yeah, I had that in my truck, and I hated it. I mean, it was okay for some things, but I could be cruising along at 65, loving life. Next thing I know, I'd get up behind some truck doing 62. And not even realize that I had slowed down to 62. Until I'd realize it, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, damn it. And then I'd have trouble getting around the guy. Because not only would I have to get up to speed, but I'd have to wait for traffic in the left lane to clear.
Left, and then turn left.
On our car, I'm thinking that you can set the distance between your car and the car in front of you for the adaptive cruise control to maintain. So if you got set, 3 or 4 cars fast, and you get some Yahoo jumps right between you in front of you, that cruise control hits the brakes. Oh man, you got on the dash because of that system.
Yeah. I couldn't make that adjustment. As far as I know, that was not an option for me. But that kind of thing can happen. Somebody jump in front of you and bang, it's hitting the brakes. It's not locking them up, but it is hitting them. And you get false positives when you pass underneath a road sign, overhead road sign, or go come into a tunnel, and all of a sudden the system thinks that someone cut in front of you.
Yeah, I'd rather just manually control my cruise control.
Yep.
Oops, had to move over there.
Keep right, and then continue straight. Go straight.
There's actually a few roads in the game mud that says that tells you trucks are not allowed on this forest road or whatever. We drive on them anyway.
Yeah, Yosemite in ATS, and then that Austrian Alps road in ETS. See ya. Ugh. I hope I don't get pulled into the way station now. Welcome back to Arizona. Dang it.
The instructions actually tell you to stop at the way station.
They do.
Instead of crawling through it.
Oh, that other truck got pulled in too. I was afraid he's gonna get in front of me again.
I think buses never seem to drive the speed limit.
All right.
Oh yeah, this one. Always 25. Yeah, that's really annoying. Slow traffic, especially doing 40 into 75. Yeah, that's annoying.
Well, I'm not gonna hit that this way. I'll tap into that another time going the other way.
Oh yeah, ETS traffic. Yeah, they go fly past. They actually bully you in the roundabouts now. There's cars that will hit you in the roundabout and push you right off through the roundabout. That's what happened to me earlier.
Huh.
There's some invincible cars in ETS you can't damage.
This route right here was the reason why I got a dash cam or a GoPro camera to put in my dash and my windshield. Because the scenery along here was seriously intense. I mean, this doesn't even show it at all compared to what it's really like.
Coca-Cola trucks always seem to be going the slowest. How often do your GoPro record? I have one in my truck, but it can only record for 1 or 2 hours.
Yeah, I have a remote for it, and I turn it on when I want to record. So I would turn it on and record for 1 or 2 minutes at a time, unless I'm going through something unique like Virgin River Canyon. And then I would record several minutes.
Gas camera out there, I actually put my car in. He puts it on his head for that POV driving.
Well, that's what I did with the last video that I put up. But I've done that a few other times too, you know, a few years ago when I was trucking.
JJ says, I know for one, I enjoy when you record from work. I think it's cool seeing the convention side of trucking.
Yeah, I think it is too, and I need to do more of it.
Adam 18-wheeler trucks are not designed for off-road at all.
No. Flat gravel road at slower speeds, that's it.
Sim Ninja just joined in. Hey, what's up, Sim?
Hey, Sim. Thanks for joining us.
The Tadra is a common military design vehicle to begin with, so it's designed to be off-road. I mean, American trucks like this, they are not designed to go anywhere off-road. Hey, pilot. See, you're back on. He's doing a solo stream this time, pilot, bro.
Everett, Washington to Phoenix, Arizona. And we are almost to Flagstaff.
Slow down. At the roundabout. Take the
Logging
second
roads are
exit.
still not the greatest place for trucks.
Nope.
They are what they are.
Exit now.
I mean, the drivers still have to take the trucks very slowly over them so they don't damage the truck. I guess you could fit well, you could drive a military deuce and half the setup for hauling. Your fuel economy would suck, but you could go off-road that way.
Yep. I've got plenty of experience driving deuce and a half. Back in the day. Now there's a truck that didn't go too fast. I think it was governed at like 55 or something.
Yeah, I don't think their drivetrain is really built for speed.
No, they're built for off-road.
But yeah, owner of the property where my pawn shop was at that I worked at in Noble, he bought two of them.
Yeah?
One with a hard fabric cover, and the other with a hard shell, like an ambulance version of a deuce and a half. We got one of them, and we climbed like a 45 or so degree angle hill, and that truck just went right up that hill.
Oh yeah. Put it in low.
Oh yeah.
Up you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool. You're just sitting there looking pretty much straight up at the sky while big old thing climbing the hill. It was fun. Never did get to drive it. It was pretty cool. Pilot bro. Sometimes when I'm chalking a trailer, I wonder how the tires get any traction in there. It's so smooth.
How many times do I have to tell you to slow down? Keep
You
left.
shut your mouth.
Turn left.
Oh, that sucks, JJ. Sorry to hear that happened. He said a deuce and a half is how I left my property when my home flooded in 2016. That was not fun.
Oh, I'll bet.
That kind of situation, yeah, that wouldn't be fun.
But the good news is you got out.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're here to tell us about it today.
GPS telling Boomer how to drive. It's 4:20. I need to go to bed. See you later. Good night, Leslie.
Good night, Leslie. Thanks for joining us all day, nearly.
Okay. Actually, Adam, you can. There's mods and there's also a few different selections for the GPS voice in the game.
Yes.
Well, that's pretty cool. As a teen, I used to put cars onto assuming a Scania or Scania. Could be Scania. I used to work on the docks at Auckland Harbor. Then my father would drive the truck to the lot and I would unload the cars for him.
That's cool.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Auckland
Turn
Harbor.
right.
Is that England?
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Keep left.
Like, the name sounds familiar, I just can't place the location.
It's one of them foreigner countries.
I'm a bit rusty on my European history, geography.
Well, New Zealand's not in Europe.
I mean, that side of the pond.
Yeah, it's on the other side of the world, next to Australia.
Yeah, that's right.
Apparently, it's a fair distance from Australia. I'm always amazed at the distances between islands and land masses in Oceania. I think that's how you pronounce that.
Trucker Games is back on, working on mods and stuff. He said, catch me in the Discord. I'm currently working on a mod for GPS with a John Wayne voice.
I would want to hear that.
Pipe Bros, I need a kit voice and I'll be golden. Night Rider.
Let's get on down the road there, Pilgrim. Well, we are not too far from Camp Verde. There's my first yawn.
Uh-oh, getting close.
Yep. Well, stopping at those viewpoints costs some time.
Yeah. Porky Pig voice would be cool.
And then when you get to your destination, that's all, folks.
Go straight.
Marvin the Martian from Looney Tunes, that would be good.
Man, I got red bed already.
Dang, you do. Wow.
Camp Verde, here's our exit. Just in the nick of time.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Oh, it's a big rooster from Looney Tunes. What was his name?
Foghorn Leghorn. I say, go left here, boy.
That's what Mudge just put in the
Get ready to
chat.
turn left. Turn left.
And if you get forced to, if he wants you to do a U-turn, then it would say something along the lines of, "Well, you're not too bright, are you?"
Oh yeah,
Turn right.
we get off track. Yeah. Those are the cartoons back in the day.
Yep. Oh, did you get your feelings hurt by that cartoon? Aw, I had the sads for you. Look at, oh, this is that parking area where the trucks float.
Oh yeah. This one where you end up floating to when you come around.
Yeah, I think you do.
Yep, you're going up in the air. It looks like. Yeah, I'd say you're a few feet off the ground there.
I've lost traction.
Oh god, Gordon Ramsay yelling at you on your GPS. Oh god, that would be hell. Yeah, you can't have Gordon Ramsay on a live stream.
Probably not.
There'd be a lot of bleeping on your GPS.
Oh. Look at that.
Yeah, but somebody just saying whoever was doing this stuff wasn't looking at levels and was doing it from top down.
I mean, look at all these trucks. Yeah, that's a glitch. Okay, so we know that... Oh, we don't know. Hold on. So, we're here at Camp Verde. Look at how far we've come.
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson voice. Oh my god.
There is no way I could have that on mine without a bunch of bleeps. Oh. Okay, so we've got 96 miles to go. Get out of there. Let's set the time. What time it is? It's 6:19. Let's advance the time to 8 p.m. And sleep.
Yep.
Here we go. Let's see if we can actually roll. We got lights on? We should be there pretty close to 8 a.m.
Get ready to turn right.
Do it now!
Turn right.
Wow. There is a rest area along here that overlooks a kind of a canyon. It's pretty neat. But not in the game.
Cramden. That was that Jackie Gleason that played that character?
Which one?
Ralph Cramden.
Oh, yeah. One of these days, Alice, to the moon!
Yeah. Jackie Gleason's Puberty Justice on your GPS.
Maricopa County. We're almost to Phoenix. Oh, Phoenix city limits.
50 miles to go.
Ah.
Go straight. Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Keep left.
Like a kid with a toy.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he's dropping off at, Adam.
It's near. It's got to be near the airport since I've got aircraft engines.
That's why he was just asking if you're going to the airport.
Yeah, but I don't know where. Okay, here's our exit coming up.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
A dog up with that horn.
What's that?
You hit your horn or something?
Yeah, when I went through that tunnel.
Oh,
Turn
whoop
left.
my dog up with that.
Oh.
You haven't made that delivery yet to that big cargo plane, have you, Boomer?
I picked one up in front of it in Denver.
Can't remember that. Yeah, there's seeing it for delivering to that big ass cargo.
Oh, yeah, I didn't deliver. It's the Antonov.
Yeah,
I wonder if that's even a thing here.
I think that plane got shot down or crashed recently.
It was destroyed when they attacked, when the Russians attacked that airfield. It was in the hangar because it was being going through some maintenance. I've seen that aircraft up close, like less than 100 yards away. Huge, loud. When I was in Gulfport, it landed there. I didn't see it land, but it was on the tarmac out in front of the flight school that I was going to at the time. And when they fired up those engines to taxi, oh my God, it melt your innards.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Yeah, I didn't know how it was destroyed. I saw something about it a few months or a month or so ago, whenever it was,
right.
the plane that got destroyed, but I didn't read. They didn't say at the time how it got destroyed.
Oh yeah, it was because it's Ukrainian, and it was at whatever airport that or airfield that the Russians were attacking to capture, and it was in a hangar, and it got destroyed in the hangar.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, I don't know that they were trying to destroy it, or if it was just collateral damage. I don't know. I don't. You know, at this point, how do we really know? Anyway.
Turn left.
Yeah. It'll be something that probably gets written about in the history books.
Can trucks go to the airport terminal, or is it limited to cars? I don't think
Keep
trucks
right,
can go to the airport
then
terminal.
turn right.
Yeah. Certain places. I don't think I have, but the like the FedEx terminal.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they go out on the tarmac. I think they go to the street side of the building, and then that stuff is unloaded and then transferred into the cargo thingies, those big
Straight.
silver suitcase-looking thingies that they load into the aircraft.
Oh, okay.
Probably in a warehouse.
Get ready to turn right.
But yeah, I don't think the trucks drive out
Turn right.
on the runway side of the building. I don't know for sure, but I doubt that they do.
Oh, you said departure on arrival
Good driving.
terminal, like a car? I don't know.
No. There'll be no. Those you can't get the trucks where the cars go.
Yeah, he's talking about like if you're dropping somebody off.
Right. No.
Yeah, I know the New York Oklahoma City's not very big. You definitely couldn't do it with a trailer. With a tractor, you might get away with a little 4x2 maybe, but not a big truck like these.
No, they have low clearance.
Yeah. So you came in Dallas?
There we going, or there's where we're going. Yeah, one of the places that I go to sometimes is right like a block or so from the airport, and it's near the FedEx facility.
My roommate works for FedEx at the airport, but their facility is nowhere near the terminal for public.
Right, it's like a, well, I don't know about there, but at the Las Vegas airport, it's on the other side of another completely different area of the airport.
Yeah, his is just kind of on the outskirts of the airport. Good night, Adam. See you next time he's off to bed.
What? You don't want to watch me flub up another parking? Whoa! Oh no! I hit something.
I got some idea. Now, this is his solo profile Bugsy, and this particular is a custom skin that was made for him by one of the other Discord members a while back. This trucker case, hey, Boomer, the safety department's waiting to have a talk with you.
Yeah. They want to give me my Swifty award? Well, doggone it. I'm supposed to be setting a better example than this.
Yeah, we're going to hire you as a trainer. Where you get started.
Yeah, these are those containers they load in the aircraft.
Okay, yeah. Right, having me right in the way.
This is what can happen at the end of a long day.
Yeah,
And this has been a long day. Even though it's a little after 8 in the morning.
Come on, you can't do it, we can.
Bucks could do it.
That's what Buggy said to Bucks. Oh yeah, we know you said.
Wait, I didn't scrape up against that other trailer, did I?
You guys just seen me trip earlier. He just parked in doubles like nothing. Another guy in our group, 1050. He's a 15-year-old kid and he drives with mouse and keyboard. He can park really well. Really use a mouse and keyboard. Much. Good thing you have all these amazing drones to see outside your cab.
Yep. Yeah.
What kind of parking job.
Yeah, I really did make this a lot harder than it needed to be, once again.
I don't think so, Gigi. In real life, he would have had this trailer parked already.
Already.
Didn't need the drone views to park them when we were alive.
Right. I am way too close to that trailer on the left. Maybe this is tighter than I originally thought.
Austin Powers.
Whoops. Overcompensated again.
Well, if Buck see this, he'll know they can't hear the end of it.
I know. At least I'm not late. I went up a level. Wonder what that gets me, except for some more points. And we'll just run these up now. Getting some money.
Night, Boomister. Have a good one.
Ah, okay. Ooh, there's the racetrack thing. Remember that?
See you much. Have a good night, man.
Yeah, we are done. I'm going to end the broadcast here. I am tired. So, oh, what a day. We've been going for 2 hours and 45 minutes. That's a long time. So if you like this video and you like watching me embarrass myself, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so you can, and ring that bell so you'll be notified every time I'm going to put out a new video and you can watch me make mistakes again. So thank you again for being here. And we'll do this again sometime real soon. Thanks. Oops.
Night.